Hello everyone, this is Jan Monahan for Wrapping with Jan, and I just got my Hero Arts June kit. Here's some of the extras that I got, and I'll talk about that later. There's a nice thank you note in here, and free shipping on $50, and if you've got this you already know that. So, anything down here? Nope. Well, let's take a look and see what we got. Apparently this has been a very popular kit because at the time of this filming, this taping, it is completely sold out. So I'm hoping that I've got more than just 5 projects like I usually do. Let's take a look at this. And this is all for the beach. And this is very timely for me because our family's headed towards Block Island in just a couple of weeks, and if you don't know where that is, it's off the coast of Rhode Island. It's a very peaceful island generally, and we've vacationed there for several years. This is all about the beach. We've got the build a beach here, build a cloud, build a couple of clouds. We've got the mermaid. We've got the hello. It looks like it's written in the sand. Got the birds, the boat, the see you soon, the starfish, lots of starfish. We got a conch, and life is better with sandy feet. I could not agree more. And the Adirondack chair, I'm going to do a lot of with that. As far as the other images I got, I received, this is one of the add-ons, and I especially think this hermit crab is adorable. Everything else is really cute, but this guy, I'm going to do a lot with him. Sorry I was crabby. That I could probably send to a lot of people. But anyway, happiness comes in waves, aquaholic, have a shell of a time, life's a beach, tropic like it's hot, you sure are beautiful, aloha, feeling naughty as in nautical, and just beachy, and hey hottie. Yeah, this will be a lot of fun. I look forward to that. Now let's look at what else we got here. Oh my, okay. These are some really cute stickers. You know what? I'm taking a look at this, and I usually make something with the packaging that this comes with, and I'm going to use these with some of the packaging, and I can see putting these on this this beach scene, and there's that, and then there's the water. We could probably do something with that. I'll have to get that's double-sided tape. I'll have to find something to get that off. But that's easy enough to rectify. Here are the matching dies to that. And I want to take a look at, these are all shades of blue that Hero Arts, no, I shouldn't say that. One is soft granite. But I think I know how I'm going to use these. Well, let's take a look. We've got soft sky, deep ocean, summer sky, and soft granite. And, ooh, these are juicy. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. All right, that was soft sky. Let's see if I can find a pen here. Probably can't. Here we go. Okay, this was soft sky. And as that dries, oh, that's pretty. And this is deep ocean. And that too is very juicy. It's deep ocean. And summer sky. Okay, summer sky. And soft granite. Oh, this one looks like it seeped out a little bit, which isn't always a bad thing. It means that it's good and juicy. And that soft granite looks to be about, it's the blue counterpart for soft sky. Soft granite. That's good for that one. Okay. Now I'm not sure what this is. I'll have to look at my packing slip and see what it was. But I'm going to take a look here. And it's probably some kind of, oh wow, I like that. Oh, it's green shimmer mist. And I don't know that it's exactly the, yeah, I'll get back to you on that. I'm going to find out what that is and see how I can use it. But boy, that sure is pretty. Okay. Dries quickly. And now, this is what I've really been looking forward to. This is sand. Well, it isn't sand. This is a embossing powder that looks like sand. And I've seen it used several times online. Let's see if I can. There we go. Use it here. And here, I'll use the back of this. As you can tell, I've got my central air going and things are kind of blowing around. But oh, isn't that cool? Okay. Let's take a look and see what it looks like after I melt it. Oh wow, this is something I've never seen before. This is almost a rose gold. And I don't know if you can see it here on camera, but to the unaided eye, it's rose gold with some sandy features, and I'm going to have fun with this. So stay tuned. I'm excited to show you all this stuff. Okay, for project number 1, I'm sure if you received this kit, you remember this. It's the packaging that came in it. Well, I cut it apart and put it on my card base. And in the kit there was a, where is it? It's Enjoy Beach Life. It didn't turn out too well on this, and I'm not quite sure what I did wrong, but I think the person who receives it will know what it says. Now, the mistake I did make is I did not use my anti-static powder tool, and I used my Versamark ink to stamp all the way up and down here to decorate the envelope, and there was a whole lot of that sand and embossing powder that got in places that I didn't want it to, so I'll probably remake this envelope. But anyway, remember to use your anti-static powder tool. Anyway, this is a very quick and easy card. Just cut up the packaging and stamp it with whatever sentiment you'd like, and then it comes with these really cool starfish and, let's see, conchs, and I don't know whether you'd call these, what are these? They're certainly not clams. I don't know. Periwinkles maybe? I'm not sure. I don't live near the beach, so matter of fact, the largest body of water is probably Lake Erie. Anyway, this is, it's very quick and very easy, and the person who receives it will certainly enjoy it. So, this is card and envelope number 1, and we are right on to project number 2. Okay, on to project number 2. Unfortunately, I've got to send out a lot of sympathy cards. I work in a healthcare center which specializes in memory care and Alzheimer's, and we do lose quite a few every year. So when I saw this kit, the first thing I thought of was the beach and that story about how, there was only one set of footprints, and the man asked, well, these were the most difficult times of my life. Why weren't you there? And God says, because I was carrying you. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to make a sympathy card. I know nobody likes to think about it, but that's what we've got to do. All right, I am using a vintage photo, and I'm very lightly going over and then we're going to do the beach. Now, when I opened the kit, I made the colors, the soft sky, the summer sky, the deep ocean, and the soft granite. And then I made the mistake of taking the darkest color first and building on that, and that didn't work. So don't make the same mistake I did. Start with the lightest color first and go to your mid-range and then go to your dark. So let's see how that works. All right, and I've got all 3 colors and all 3 stamps all ready to go here. And I'm using soft sky first. Ooh. And if you've got a MISTI, I highly recommend using this, because sometimes the first impression doesn't work as well as you'd like it. And let's see what happens. Yeah, okay. Just be prepared to do several stampings of this, printings, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we're getting there. All right. And I'm going to cheat here. Okay. Now on to the second layer. And I'm going to use Summer Sky with this. And I'm only going to do this once because it's just kind of a waste of time and redundancy. And most of you folks know what's going on anyway. Oh boy, as I said, yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. And the last one, we will use our deepest color. And that will be Deep Ocean. Okay, there we go. That's good. I like that. Now, I wanted to use the soft granite ink that came in the kit for this, but it just didn't show up. It wasn't deep enough for the footprints to show up and for the sympathy message to show up. So I'm using Simon's Intense Black on this. Let's do that one more time. There we go. Okay. We're almost finished here. And what I'm going to do, I'll put those on a little bit later. I have so much fun with that embossing powder. It's going to be gone probably before I finish with all the projects here. Okay, there we go. Now, there's one. although this isn't really to scale, because if this is somebody's footprint, these are awfully big sea stars. All right. Now I have put a piece of light blue cardstock onto my card base here. And the essence of time, we'll just do this. Okay. And I made an envelope. Now this is, I used the light granite for this, and it just didn't come out as dark as I wanted it to, but I wanted to show you how this does work. And I put all the footprints up the side with sympathy, and I put all the footprints on the back. So that is card number 2. All right, project number 3. Before we get to that, I want to introduce you to a product and a company, and they have not paid me to endorse them. They haven't given me anything. I'm very passionate about what I do, and if anything will save me time and assist in my creativity, I'm all for it. The company is Stamp and Storage, and what I use so much of the time is this 5x7 magnet card, and it's a pretty sturdy card. And so far, most of my dies that come from my Hero Arts monthly kit have fit on here, and it has saved me so much time. I can fit the stamp set and the magnetic card into one sleeve, and they're all together. And before I got this, I'd spent so much time looking for things. By the time I got things together, my creativity had fizzled. So yeah, I will put their website on the bottom of the screen here, and just take a look. They've got a lot of a lot of videos and just how-to things. They're a good company. So all right, enough of that. You're going to need a few things today. You're going to need, and you don't have to use all these. This is just what I had on hand. I'm using a couple of Tim Holtz dies. I'm using some of the Thinlit dies. This bottom one here I thought kind of looked like a sea fan, so I cut several of those out. And then I'm also going to be using the pine. This is a birch and pine stamp, and it's already got the pad on it. And for a wood grain, and if you've got a wood grain cardstock, go ahead and use that. This is just kind of my go-to wood grain. And I'm using, I hope you can see these, I'm using the Adirondack chair, all the shells, and the beach ball stamps. And I've used matter of fact, I've used all the inks from the kit. And so let's get started. All right, what I've done is I've taken some, what is this, Vintage Photo ink, and I've covered this piece of cardstock And I'm going to use what's left on this to put some soft granite in here. This will make it look rather weathered. There we go. All right. And then with my MISTI, okay guys, out of here. In my MISTI, I put this piece of already inked up cardstock. And the pine stamp, pine print stamp from the Birch and Pine set. And from Simon, I'm using the Intense Black. Whoops, get out of there. Things are a little crowded on my table today. Okay, and voila, there we have that. And then what I did was I took these sea fans and I made them as best I could into a wreath. And I did that off camera because there was lots of glue. Didn't want to waste the time gluing things. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to, come on. And now we can get started decorating our wreath. As I told you, I used all these different stamps and their coordinating dies, and I'm going to make a wreath that's on kind of a weathered door. I'm not going to put a sentiment on this. This will just be a hi, how you doing card. The Adirondack chairs I used, I stamped with peacock feathers and, what was it, faded jeans, and what was the other one? Wilted violet. I just wanted to add a little bit more color. And of course my embossing powder. I love that stuff. I absolutely love that stuff. I used for the conch and the starfish, or excuse me, sea stars. And there are the beach balls. or not. Okay, now there we go. And from my stash, since this is kind of supposed to be a weathered wreath, I have some really distressed looking twine, and there we are. And put another adhesive disc on the back of this. And this will probably have to be hand delivered. It's too bulky, and I think it would get caught up in the processing machines that the post office has. And I'll probably make an envelope, and I'll show you that towards the end of the video. But here we are. That's project number, let's see, number 3, I think. All right, on to project number 4. Okay, this is the final project for this particular YouTube video. I've got tons more ideas, so I'll give you 5 more here and probably the next day or 2. But for my last project in this series, I'm going to make a porthole card, I guess is the best way to explain it. What I've done is I've taken a piece of vellum, and from the kit I have printed "Enjoy the Beach Life," and I've just taken a very, very tiny piece of double-sided tape and put it back behind "Enjoy" to keep it centered while I tape this on. And see if I can get this off. There we go. There's one. And you've got to be careful when you're folding this. If you don't fold it right the first time, it's going to make a scar, and there's no getting that out. That's why they call it a scar. And this one, there we go. Now we'll adhere this to the card base. There we go. Center it. Okay. Now, before I started filming, I stamped and die cut a lot of the small images in the kit. And I wanted to make sure to use as many as I could. So we've got the palm trees, and I love this Adirondack chair. And we've got the mermaid sitting on the rock. And last but not least, and once again I've used that lovely embossing powder. I love that stuff. It's going to be gone before I'm done making cards. And once again, this card may have to be hand delivered. I put what do you want to call them, pop dots, adhesive dots, whatever, on these to pop them up. There's the card, And I wanted to show you the envelope I'm making. Oops, lost my beach ball. There we go. All right, guys, stay there. There we are. And once again, I'm using Simon Says Intense Black. This is probably the best black ink that you can buy. I don't like to use StazOn if I don't have to. I'll use it on things other than paper, but this is the best ink. Now let's see if I can do this in one. Well, there we go. Okay. All right. This makes project number 5. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more. If you like what you see, please sign up for the channel and leave me any comments, negative or positive. Thanks. This is Jan Monahan for Wrapping with Jan.